Well, campaign groups have been criticising British Gas after it reported profits from households of £606 million in 2012, and that does represent a rise of 11%. The owners of British Gas, Centrica, say gas sales were up because of colder weather. Well, Mel Evans is a campaigner with Fuel Poverty Action. She joins us now from our central London studio. Thank you for talking to us. Well, 11% jump in profits. What do you make of that?
That 11% profit of British Gas comes straight off the back of the 1 in 4 households in this country that are currently living in fuel poverty. So British Gas put up their prices just in time for the start of winter by 6%. And that's what's meant that single mothers who are working 2 jobs have had to decide whether to buy food or to pay the heating bill. That's what's put pensioners at the risk of freezing to death. And 7,000 people this winter did die due to fuel poverty, and that's government figures. So these profits are coming straight off the back of people who, you know, they've had their winter fuel allowance cut. And British Gas has no right to put up the prices at a time when people need the heating most.
But British Gas will say that they have to put up the prices because they themselves are paying more for gas, and they do have to invest in the infrastructure. If we want gas in the future, it's got to have a modernised system.
Well, an Ofgem report shows that actually 2/3 of the increase in energy bills last year were due to the dash for gas. You know, they have a choice here. An government report has meanwhile shown that if investment was made in renewables now, then the average household would save £500 annually in energy bills by 2020. So we have a choice here, and it's time to make it.
Just be clear what you think that choice is for the average individual person.
That choice is about the energy companies not dominating the debate around where energy comes from. That choice is about the government, rather than having 23 different representatives of energy companies inside the Department for Energy working on a daily basis, of listening to the voices of people on the street. You know, just 2 weekends ago, there were hundreds of people outside the Department for Energy, led by disability activists, led by the Greater London Pensioners Association, Single Mothers Defence Groups. All these people were out there saying, look, we can't leave the big 6 energy companies to go on putting up the prices every year. We need to see some caps on those prices, and we need to see a shift to renewables, because that's what's going to bring down the cost of energy in the long run.
Surely a lot of this has also got to do with bringing premises, whether it's houses, mostly in the case of this, of course, houses and flats and so on, up to scratch with regards to insulation and so on. Shouldn't that really be the focus of what we're doing now?
There's very many elements to it. One of them is reining in the big 6 energy companies, for sure. And yeah, absolutely. You know, these are families who have lost housing benefits due to the cuts. You know, these are families who are, yeah, absolutely, don't have the option to go into a house that's well insulated. We need more social housing to enable families who have the lowest incomes to be well insulated. That's absolutely fundamental to this thing. But to start with, we need to rein in those big 6 energy companies who have way too much influence over this debate.
Mel Evans from Fuel Poverty Action, grateful to you. Thank you very much.